Hello and welcome to the Prosperity Portal podcast. I'm your host, Jill Alana, and I'm here to support you in everything you need to prosper in health, wealth, and relationship. I'm obsessed with everything manifestation, soul path, intuition, somatic embodiment healing, and I'm looking forward to supporting you in liberating to a life of love and luxury. True empowerment, true sovereignty, and aligned soul manifestation. I'm the founder of Jill Alana International, Jai Activations, and Jai Breathwork. And without further ado, let's go to the show and get you resourced in everything pro your spirit. Welcome back to the Prosperity Portal podcast. I'm your host, Jill Alana, and we have a free Prosperity Masterclass on October 19th where I'm doing free mini intuitive reads, a Jai activation, energy boost and energy clearing, and it's going to be a sample of what the Prosperity Portal membership is like for the live calls. So if you are keen, then definitely sign up for that below. As I said, it's free. It's going to be an amazing community, so much fun, and you will get so much vitality and inspiration from this masterclass and the energy work that we're going to do. Also have very exciting news. The Prosperity Portal Retreat for May 2026 is now open for early bird applications. The applications are linked below in the show notes. If you have any questions, by the way, feel free to email teamjillalana@gmail.com. This is the most powerful portal of transformation you will ever enter. Miracles happen at these retreats. We've had people manifest their beloveds, manifest dream houses, women manifest dream houses, citizenship in record time, their dream car, their dream partner, dream wedding. One woman manifested 6 figures at an event. You can see that on the landing page. You can scroll down. It's in the video testimonials. Deepening in union. And really, this is all about becoming your most authentic version of you and transmuting trauma on a deep core level with somatic work and reclaiming your power, your purpose, and your potentials through integrating your shadow, so that you are the driver, the victor of your life versus your unconscious wounds driving your life and you calling it fate, because it's not. Carl Jung. The things that are unconscious, aka shadow, run our life and control your electromagnetic field, your energy field. And then we call it fate. It is not fate. You're literally controlling it. And when you integrate your shadow, illuminate it, and transmute the dense energies that were stopping that integration from taking place, then now you have your full power, your full presence, and your life purpose begins to reveal. And this is how you become the vortex and a powerful AF manifester. Literally. It is bonkers. So there is no retreat out there like this. I have gone to so many, and honestly, I wish I could come as a participant. But I'll be facilitating, and it's like a family vibe. You guys get to talk with me. You can ask me anything. Last year I did mini intuitive reads for everyone, which were literally not mini, and those are typically 4 figures. They were like full intuitive reads. So perhaps we'll do those. We have some surprises, which I can't tell you about. You'll have to come see. It's on the Sunshine Coast, which is just off of Vancouver, BC in Canada. It's at a beautiful location. Everything's included. It will be taking place in the yurt, but you have your own, a shared room, your own bed, at a beautiful resort. There's a cold dip, there's a sauna, there's a spa, there's a hot tub. You can book a Lomi Lomi massage with Jen, who's one of the owners and such a beautiful human and also powerful healer. Yes, we will be doing Jai Breathwork for those who have asked, and Jai Activations, and a lot more. It's going to be a ton of fun too. It is. I literally, one of my superpowers is making like the deepest core healing so fun. And you walk out transformed and you're just like on cloud nine. You're like, I don't even need anything. I don't want anything. I just feel so good. And by default, you become a magnet to all the miracles. That's how it works. So that is below. This will likely be the last retreat of this sort in a while. Everything's included. We have an amazing private chef as well. And the reason is because we're switching to more of an immersion style moving forward. And that might only be accessible to my high level mastermind that I run with my dear soul sister and business partner, which we're going to be doing a year-long mastermind for. So I don't know when or if we will do another retreat of this intimacy again. So get your butt in if you feel the call, get your application in, let's chat, let's make sure it's in alignment. And you will meet the best soul community from all over the world. And I do not say that lightly. They all say that. They're all still freaking friends from across the world. So soul family from across the world, and literally you becoming a magnet to your dreams and clearing all the energetics out of your field that aren't in alignment and that we're actually blocking, stopping, or slowing down your soul manifestations. Let's go.
And without further ado, let's go to the show.
Hello, beautiful souls. Today, I'm going to have my beautiful soul sister, Ana Luisa, on. She's just about to hop on. We are going to be talking about the magic within and how our body is the bridge between the divine and the 3D, and how important it is to actually manifest our intentions. Okay, she's popping on here. I think that worked. Anna!
Hello!
Hi, beautiful. I'm giving you the biggest virtual hug.
Oh my God, me too. Oh, I'm so excited to be here today with you and to share also like all of my people from my Instagram to see you, to get to know you because you are so much magic and so much wisdom. And so I'm so excited to be here live today with
Thank
you.
you. And you as well are so much magic. It takes the magic being no one. And we're all actually magic. I want to just like say like we are not different. Like we've both had so many miracles in our life, from healing certain things to, manifesting, creating legit miracles. But it's just because we know how to use the tools. And there is a war on humans, I think, knowing their own magic. So that's what we both do in different ways. And I just love you so much. I'm so excited you're here. I'm like,
Me too. I'm so excited to be here today. Well, I mean, today I'm in my studio because like the setup looks a little bit different, and so probably people like from my channel are like, "What's going on?" I'm in my studio today, so it doesn't look like a goth and like beautiful environment of like. But let's go back. Let's not lose track. Anna, coming back into conversation. Yes,
yeah,
I'm like having this inner war within ourselves, and
yeah,
something I feel right now of everybody, we all are going through a portal of death. And when we face ourselves into this inner fight, it really rises into this inner fight, inner voices, and which side it is, which side is not. And for me, myself, I have been really needing to put myself into perspective and observing me. So I'm able to see the other with more acceptance
yes,
and more freedom
yeah,
and less control of wanting to expect a specific outcome. So it
yeah,
has been a huge learning path for me, although I have been in this, in all of this healing. Now I can't
yeah.
imagine like, how did I lost track of really observing me and really paying attention to all of that. I don't know if you have encountered something similar.
Yes. Okay, can we talk about this?
Yes, please go for it. Let's do it. I'm
Okay, so
ready.
I tracked my journey. This is crazy because when I was actually tracking my manifestations and miracles and healings and all these things, I was like, when was I creating the most? And I've been sitting in meditation with my business a lot and my soul mission and my impact. And what I keep hearing God say, what I keep hearing my higher self say, like all of the guidance, the higher guidance, higher self, God, source, divine intelligence, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, they're all like, Jill, your job is to be the embodiment. Like embodiment is the highest form of leadership. And so if we look at the leadership chart, well, non-accountability is like the lowest one. And then it's like ego, and then it goes up. And then the one, I can't remember what it's called, but right before embodiment is the one that's like really empowering others. And I think so many healers, intuitives, guides get trapped there sometimes. They're like serving themselves, they're creating the magic, and then people are like, I want to know how to do the magic. And then, lovely to meet you as well. And then we forget that we are the most important person. If we're of service, we have to serve ourselves, and everything's a mirror. So when we stop taking care of ourselves, all of a sudden we can actually serve at the greatest capacity. And then that's reflected in like clients not, like investing in us fully, or clients not treating us well because we're not treating ourselves well. And so like the biggest thing, I think this is like the transition that we're going through right now in like the coaching communities, like mentorship and teaching, is to actually be more of an embodiment and guide people and feel like we need to save people, because that savior complex just drains our life force energy and actually keeps people enabled on these like subtle levels. And it's so subtle. And then we get resentful and bitter, and we're like, wait, we forgot to take care of ourselves and to use our own magic on ourselves. And then we finally remember, and then the miracles just start happening. At least that's been my experience. And like big ego death, like you said, like it's like, Jill, remember, like your biggest job, yes, you're a healer, a guide, a mentor, a prosperity mentor. We should probably introduce ourselves. Hi, Josiah. I'm a prosperity mentor, shamanic prosperity mentor. I help people literally create magic in their life and access their power, potential, and soul's purpose. But the biggest part of my work is not actually serving clients, even though I spend a lot of time doing that. It's actually me doing my inner work and having my mentors and my guides. And I think people lose sight of this sometimes. And I know we both have really powerful guides and mentors and containers that we're in. And that's like how we become the embodiment of it further, is having that community around us. Anyways, I'm going to pass it to you because I just wanted a whole spiel there.
No, I love Jill how, like, every time, even, I mean, because we know each other so closely now and ever since we met, but even us talking about it, right? We met at a place where it was like for us to go and serve ourselves, to go and serve our cup. And when we are allowing for, and actually I want to share a little bit about this, because before I met you, I actually had, before I went to this event, Living Brave, right, where we met, I actually did a full week for detox, into completely letting my field clear from my body, in order to clarify, detoxify, parasites, everything. Why? Because we need to open, oh my God, I'm getting chills, but we need to really open our space, our field, into allowing to receive. We can't like fill up more of ourselves and allow to receive when we're not really clearing
Yeah.
and creating that space. So go ahead, go for
I
it.
have full body goosebumps. I'm literally doing a colon and liver detox, enzyme detox next week. Like I almost cleared my schedule. There's a couple of things that I'm doing, but like that's my week next week, because I got that download too. And it's, if we talk about the body being the bridge, where I got stuck was because my physical body had so there was a bunch of density and shame, and so I started clearing that energetically. But there was like deeper physical detox, which they work hand in hand. And I remember when I was doing the first of what I'm doing next week, I it like
Good.
didn't,
I'm
it was
about
so
to do a
intense,
parasites
like
again.
it, yeah, but it didn't work. Like the detox, like it, oh my God, it was so bad. I got so bloated, and the enzymes were literally stuck in my body because I didn't want to release things in my life. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to release this in my life. And then the detox worked. And then when we met, um,
remember I was going through something, and it was like all the answers were like in my body. And I was talking to my mentor about this morning, because there was something that I like, a community that I exited, well, a few communities, but one in particular. I was supposed to be on something last night, and I was like, I'm feeling nauseous every time I'm thinking of going to this call. And there's something like so off here, and I don't need to know what it is. I think I know what it is, but it doesn't matter. But my logic was like, well, you paid XYZ for this. And like my body, I was like, no, I'm listening to my body. And my mentor was like, I'm so glad that you listened to that, because when you were talking about it, I knew it was out of alignment, but like you had to make that choice for yourself. And there was a deep pattern of wanting to be accepted and all this stuff in there. And like our body always knows. And when we went to dinner, like I remember my body was telling me something, and then my logic was like, but, and like literally if I just had listened right away, it would have been like, okay. And this is where people think their bodies are working against them, but they're actually just, they're guides. They're literally guides. I'm going to put a pin in here for a free masterclass I have at the end of the month, called Soul Speaks, about how your body, your soul is speaking through your body, through your finances, and through your relationships. And so if we're not listening to these things, it's like finances too. So many people are like, I want to like have people invest in my product or my service or whatever, but they don't want to invest in themselves. And I'm like, that's not how it works, because everything's a mirror. If you're not investing in yourself to an extent that feels like a stretch, people aren't going to invest in you. But when you do that, you'll notice. I literally had 2 people message me this morning about private sessions, and I was like, whoa, I just made an investment in myself, and I made a sovereign choice to release money for something I'm still paying off, but it wasn't in alignment. And I was like, God, this is not in alignment, but allow this to come back tenfold. And then it did. And like, maybe this is a time for you, if you're willing to.
I think there's also like allowing us to recognize our self-worth and the believing of receiving, because sometimes when we don't really recognize that part of ourselves,
Yeah.
into trusting, into having faith, into knowing that we are being sustained. We come here to enjoy our biggest part of our lives, to enjoy ourselves just as we
Yeah.
are. We don't need something. We would want something, and it doesn't mean by wanting that it is gonna make me better, because when you think, oh, if I get this, it's gonna make me better, is giving your power away. Is
Yeah.
more about this will benefit me in this way, but without really giving that power away. And
Yes.
really recognizing again the value, the like the honoring of your one self, for
Yes.
you to be able to create that reciprocity. Oh, I said it
Yeah.
right. I was like, oh, this word, reciprocity, right? Of like
Yeah.
giving and receiving, and knowing where I am standing, where I feel
Yes.
secure. And then it is creating that safety space for you to receive, or for me to receive, right?
Yes. And that's it. It's like, oh, that was so good. That nuance is so important, because it's power to power. It's like the sovereign choice of, I'm investing this because I feel like, even if it's a first class ticket and you're like, okay, if I'm on first class, then I can get work done and downloads and I'm comfortable. That's worth more than the cost of the ticket. And my self-image is high, that I deserve, like, this is the mindset, guys, that I deserve the highest quality that this planet has to offer. But most people are trapped in like, I'm not worthy of that, unconsciously. And then they think it's because it's too expensive, it's all these things, when we don't understand that as a collective, that money is actually energy. So it's a current of energy. If we just take money out of it, it's like, think of it as where you're putting your money, you're putting your energy, you're putting your attention. So if you value something, you're going to put your attention there, your energy there. And like, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that was such a big thing for me. I didn't realize I had such low self-worth that I was like, I deserve like the worst quality food. I deserve the worst quality of this. I just want to take like, I want to, like, I would just, because of memories in childhood for so long, I would try and be like, not a burden, like, oh, I'm going to have the minimum amount, or I'm going to have the lowest quality so that I'm not a burden. And when we uncover these patterns, what starts to happen is like we start to gain self-worth. Again, this is a somatic thing. It has to be self-worth, not just in the mind. Like the mind's important, but also like in the body, like feeling safety and like groundedness and like this cellular worthiness in our body, like embodied. And then we start to attract higher quality things. And with that, we start to choose, okay, I'm investing in this thing because I am making a declaration that I am worthy. Even if it's like a small thing, guys, like organic grapes versus normal grapes. These micro moments matter. So it's like, I'm going to invest in these organic grapes because I'm choosing to show the universe and declare that I am worthy. And when like, I can't even, I could say so much about this, but a memory is coming to mind when I was in Cyprus and I did this meditation. I did a training, an energy training there a long time ago. And the meditation, she's like, you deserve the best quality food and the best quality this. And I was like, I bawled because I was like, had been telling myself my whole life, well, probably since 13, one specific memory, that I'm not worthy of good quality things. I'm only worthy of like scraps, like legit scraps. And somehow I was like a better person. Here's where it gets sneaky. A better person because I'm not taking, but it's not that we're taking anything. It's like we're circulating that energy called money, and we're showing the universe how we value ourselves and what we value with where we put it and how we receive it.
Yes. Yes. Really quick, I also want to like highlight like some here, that healing alchemist he just mentioned. That was me when I and Reiki. I invested and I glad I did. And it's those things like when you hear into a part of you of like, I really want this, and it just resonates in all of your body of a full yes. And then the ego will come in and be like, oh no, that's too much. Oh my God, no, you shouldn't really do this. Oh my God, what if you actually don't make it back? And what is going to be? Oh, you already invested. Oh, and it's like, no, I'm not going to be listening to that, because when I first felt it, it was a full yes.
That,
And your ego will come around into testing you in different ways of how not to do it. But for example, let's put up like the healing alchemist. If he wouldn't have not gone into investing for his Reiki, probably his life would have not changed. And it is actually amplifying his field because he went to something that resonated, plus something that is healing oneself. And on top of it, it's alchemizing even further. And there was something else that I wanted to share about that. But anyways, I think for now I lost it because I just forgot about it. But yes, I agree with you. I feel when we really understand the value of our worth and like listen to our bodies consistently into what feels safe, what doesn't feel safe, and then when it is our mind and our ego triggering us and allowing to receive that, I think that is always like super key into that next level of expansion. And obviously,
yeah,
when we are doing that jump of the next quantum leap into the next, um, I'm now open to meeting beautiful souls. Beautiful,
I love
right?
that.
Exactly. It just happens. So,
Yeah. And
yeah,
can I just say something? The
yeah, yeah, yeah,
healing
yeah.
alchemist or chemist. Yes, like I remember I studied Reiki years ago. It was the first energy healing I studied. And when
Reiki was also my very
your
first.
first,
And
yeah,
when I was 19, I, due to Reiki, it changed my life. I had to go to like I went to rehab within 2 weeks, and then from there, my whole journey of healings began. But okay,
yeah.
continue, my
Okay,
love.
so um, I'm like, should we talk about protection? Because you had a story about that, but maybe another live. But I'll
Yeah,
talk to this. So I actually studied Reiki as a kid, and then kind of forgot about it. It's a long story. My best friend was Japanese. Then I studied it as an adult. It was going through a big shift, and I remember I'd lost a bunch of money in the market. It was like 2018 or whenever it crashed. Maybe it crashed like 33% overnight. Didn't have my jobs because it was COVID. And I was like, I literally lived on my grandpa's couch for a bit. And And I was like, I need to study Reiki. And I remember my dad messaged, he's like, do you want to go back to school? Now might be a good time. And I was like, I actually want to study energy healing. No, like he just ghosted. And I'm like, okay, dad's not going to support in any way with this education. So I got to figure it out. And I literally made the choice. And then I somehow manifested the money, which is how it always works after the choice. And I was like, when I made that investment, first it shifted my life, but it was more than just the tools I got. It was like the first time I was like, I am choosing me and I am worth this. Because when we make those choices, it's not just the information that we're going to get. The transformation begins at the transaction.
Yeah.
And this is where it's like we're literally declaring that to the universe. And the people who get what they want in life, they literally just choose. I mean, there's lots of energetics to this, but the biggest thing is that they choose that they are worthy of a high quality life. They are worthy of the best that the world has to offer. They are worthy of the organic food, of a Borax water machine or a Kangen water machine, things in my place, or a frequency machine that literally is here, and I chose that I was going to get it, and then I manifested it. It was $3,000 out of thousands of people. But choose that. And then they start to embody that. And I think it's like, this is where I have gifted people things in the past, and I kid you not, it is like the worst mistakes I've made sometimes is gifting people things. Sometimes, like a course, for example, sometimes it is a good choice because they'll actually apply it, but 99% of the time they don't value it as much, and somebody who's paying for that feels like a stretch will get 100 times more transformation because they're invested in it. Now, people have invested a lot in themselves, and I know where they kind of are financially, and they're already like, say they're on a payment plan, sometimes they'll be like, hey, here's like a mini course that's also going to help you, this is a gift. Or here's like a transmission or activation, this is a gift. But they've already made that choice, and they're already doing the work and applying it, and I'm seeing the shifts, and I'm like, this is going to up level it. But that's where so many people get into entitlement, where it's like, this all should be free. And I'm like, okay, well, I wouldn't have I've invested well over $500,000 in my transformation, which I can't even believe that amount of money has funneled through my business and me. And like, it's bonkers to me. My logical mind, it doesn't make sense. But I wouldn't have transformed if I hadn't had like made those investments and then figured out how to call that money in. Because most of the time I make a big investment, I don't have the liquid cash. And so it's like that Reiki story of like, okay, well, didn't have a job, was on my grandpa's couch, made the choice, and then figured it out with God. Like, I made the choice and God delivered. I allowed God to figure it out, but it's the choice.
Yes.
And then like landing in, and maybe this is a good time for you to share your Bruha course, but like making an investment with where you want to land. So somebody who already is embodying codes that you desire, and this can be in any area of your life. This is why I have a couple mentors for different kind of areas of my life. They're embodied in where I desire to land. And the stretch of the investment is what allows me to land there. And then I become an energetic match to it, or a mastermind, for example. And then you become an energetic match to it, and you expand from there.
Yes.
I'm so thankful for all my
there was like just few questions. I mean, it is a little bit off subject, but I'm not sure if I'm going to say the right name, Josiah, but he was talking about the three AI Atlas. Talking about things that we want to believe, whether it's bad or it's not bad, is like truly, let's just come right back into the center of your heart. And what is it that you desire for the outcome to be? What are you creating? What are you really creating? So 3A Atlas can be good if you want to see it into the expand. And I'm always a believer of that into so many things, right? But it's like, truly, what do I want to believe in? How do I want this outcome to be into my field? And it's not like bypassing, it's more into the creation, because it's all in fractals. And to me, I feel it's important to always make sure that I am feeling safe. And what does it, if I say it's not good because they are saying out there in the news, or I spend too much time scrolling through my phone, and it's like, what are you really allowing to be programmed under?
Yeah.
And those fears to infiltrate. And if those fears are infiltrating, just come back and observing your own fears of why you are creating those fears, because at the end, fear is an illusion. And coming back to your body, where do you need to feel that safety again? Where do you need to feel the love within yourself? Where do you need to be sustained for you to be able to continue expanding, right? And from there, it could be even an energetical leak coming as in infiltrating through money, because fear is lack. So where are you feeling not deserving of?
Can I ask a question, Annalise?
Yeah.
What? Because I know Joe. He's in my community. He's a client. What is 3L? What is this?
Oh, it's the comet. It's the comet that is kind of right now transitioning through, that was going to be passing through the sun. And I think it has been really really working through the Schumann frequencies, and resonance. So there has been definitely, it has been definitely impacting. I mean, I'm not an astrologer necessarily,
Yeah.
but it's important that when we are working with
Yeah.
energy, and to be in the cycles of the moon, and that's like a thing that pin that we're going to be working in Untame Your Bruha in my next masterclass coming up. I was going to start in November 8th. I'm starting 1 week after. But what I was going to share is like, yes, it can be a lot of things, and people can be saying, oh, it's going to crash with the sun, or it's going to really affect this. And then there's UFOs in it, and they're coming and they're going to kill us. Like, there has been so many things. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Like, cancel, clear, delete all that fear out.
Like, wait,
Don't
let's
listen
just
to
bring
the
it
news.
back into right here.
Yes. And remember your power. Joe, energy protection. Use that. Yes. Okay. My cycle got messed up because of that. Your cycle can get messed up because your body's telling you something's out of alignment, or it can, Hannah gets or like my cycle got messed up because of that, and I didn't realize the Schumann frequency, so I know what you're talking about now. But it's like, hey, whether it's good or bad, there's a lot of things going on this planet that aren't of the highest. I don't like good or bad. That aren't of the highest. That aren't in alignment with natural law.
So can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
If it's not, anything that has been created is being created by God. And God is not going to be creating something that it is not within alignment. So from being a creation of God, it always, like, then if it's not being aligned, you can just return it back to wherever it belongs. But if it's not created from God, it is not, like, it's just not, Anyway, sorry, continue, my love.
I love that. Really quick, they tell you it's great until you ask for payment. Are you talking about like clients tell you it's great? So like, no, the payment needs to happen first. There's an energetic code to this. The transformation begins at the transaction. There's ways to like grid containers as well, so that you set intentions for clients' transformation to happen. But regardless of that, it still will start at the transaction. So they haven't chosen to shift, meaning here's my money as a commitment of my energy to God. Essentially, it's an energetic commitment with God of the transformation. Then why are you don't do the session, you don't give them the information. There's a nuance to this, and then have it after. Like, they need to choose first. There's a reason why if you join a mastermind, or like a retreat, or a course, or with a mentor, they don't give you the service, then you pay, then they give you the service. This is not just like, oh, otherwise they won't pay. No. This is because they need to make that energetic choice. And when they invest in it, like I invested in something this morning, and I was like, I felt a shift. I haven't even received the freaking course yet. I felt a shift. I was like, this is an alignment. There's some codes here. Maybe there's one code that I don't know and I know the rest. It doesn't matter. There was something there for me that I needed to trust. And so you got to do it the other way around. And then You got to do it the other way around. And then, sorry, I just got a text that threw me off.
Yeah.
Distracted me. It's and see the money is going to source. See that as the commitment. They're investing their energy. Until they invest their energy in the form of money or whatever it is, maybe it's a trade, then the transformation is not going to be deep anyways. So does that help you, the healing chemist? You
You know
eventually
what?
not.
And I think it's also about giving and receiving, right? Sorry?
Yeah, okay. So he's saying, talking about experience with clients, you will eventually not need energy protection as you alchemize it. That is not true. The more you raise your vibration, the more of a target you are. And I speak from experience, in my experience, from me and all my students and clients. So with clients, yeah. So why are you taking clients is my question before they invest. Like, are you giving them something and then unconsciously expecting to receive something? Because that's like not a clean energy. That's like an entanglement of like, I'm giving to receive, but I'm not telling you that. Like that's, it's a manipulation. We want to do things in a very clean way. Like this is the energy exchange. This is the value exchange. I'm in, win-win always. Otherwise it is really disempowering for both people. I'm being very direct here, so I hope not feeling worthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something you need to look into.
Yeah,
And
definitely navigate a bit deeper into that. And
yeah,
then Joe, wait, how do I say it, Jill? Josha?
Josiah.
Josiah. Oh, cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Cool name, but it's just like, sorry to get off topic. It's all good. Yeah, I love that, Jill, that you just like went back into Healing Alchemist and really like amplifying that, because it's everything okay until you want the payment. And right there, what it is just telling you, you're creating this resistance of receiving, because it's not them really that is like, what are you giving? Maybe you are pleasing too much and then kind of want them. So like retract yourself. And it's kind of like dating, right? You have to create this flirtatiousness and like this like coming back and create the curiosity. Don't give all of your cookies away right away. Just allow for it to start coming back, and then they'll be like, oh, I want more. Yes, give me more, And I think that's it. That is like a great way of how to continue to expand. But there is definitely uh uh um here for you a key to
Yes.
deep dive into exploring that part. And at the end, right now it's a really important portal as we finish the year to really go in. And yes, it's good to be ourselves like the healers and stuff, but the best way to be the most responsible is to look at ourselves and to become responsible. And right now I think this is just something that it is showing you, like something that it would be really good for you to put into the works and let go, for you to next year really I mean, not next year, like today
The
you
day.
can really, yeah,
Don't wait.
today, as from today, as you're receiving this code, start really switching in there and start paying attention to yourself as you shed that part, because there is going to
Yeah.
be definitely a death happening with all of this.
Yes, it is. You're going to have to go through cellular death. That people pleaser
Yeah.
part of you has to die. And this is really deep inner child work, like understanding why it's a fawn response, it's a trauma response. So somewhere in childhood, I'm sensing with your mom, you had to earn love. It's like, oh, if I'm good enough, then I have to earn love. And so now your default is trying to earn and perform for love. And it's not benefiting you and it's not benefiting the client. And it's creating like leaky energetic entanglements with clients. So this is like deep work. This is deep cellular work. I get it. I was there. I wanted to save the world. And I realized that me just like giving everything was actually a trauma response. And it was actually a trauma response. And it was enabling people because they didn't have the choice. I have a podcast on this. It's on the Prosperity Portal podcast. It's called the the choice that precedes every money manifestation. And I had this massive download. I was on the way back from Whistler, and I realized where I was enabling people still and trying to give them fish instead of teaching them to fish. It doesn't matter your age. Age is completely irrelevant. 55, that's so young. Like, my mom started riding horses at 55. Now she's like jumping all over the world. Like, 55 is so young. And also age, I mean, we could talk about this another time. Like, biological age is different than energetic age. So you can anti-age. So you're
Which has never aged.
You're trying to get love by over giving. So you need to start giving love to that inner child. Some imprint work, deep core, somatic work would be really powerful. I do somatic work. I have a membership as well where we do somatic work twice a month. But the point is, like, wherever you feel called, or maybe Anna's container would be a good fit for you. Wherever you feel called, like, that is not serving you and it's not serving clients. And your paradigm right now is like, oh, I'm helping people, but then you get resentful because they're not giving you what you unconsciously desired from you giving. That's A, not giving. That's called manipulation. B, it's coming from a deep wound. I get it. I've been there. I've helped a lot of people through it. But you have to be the one to choose to do the work and invest in yourself and tell yourself, I am worthy of investing in myself. Because until you do that, nothing's going to shift.
Yeah.
That was very direct, but.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. I mean, I think being direct is like, I mean, we have to speak our truth. And if we are seeing it is because, and if they're here is because they are wanting to transform their lives. They're wanting to expand and they're liking what they're receiving when we are connecting on live, right? So they're not here for like the sweet sugar coating words. So it's good. I think this is a medicine. So I think that's great, Jill, that you are sharing all of this wisdom, all of this information. And I mean, in Untaming Your Bruja, it is like part of this process, right? Of really shedding all of the witch wounds of like the speaking the truth about like shaming yourself, holding to regret, people pleasing, all of these things, not speaking from your own empowerment into alchemizing all of that. What happens in Untaming Your Bruja, it's all through ritual of how I like doing it. So I'll be teaching you and guiding you through all of this process of how I untame my witch. Because I had done my healing when I was 19 all the way till, but it wasn't that I actually found my witch and I was like, oh my God, I feel more secure than ever once I knew I was a witch and I was able to embody my witch. And now, I mean, you just see me and it's like, yeah, I mean, she's a witch. Like, and people before even would be like, you're a witch. And I'm like, what? No, what's
My
that?
mom.
I was invited to circles for me to get like, my initiations. And I was like, I don't know that. I don't know. And then until later on, until I really found that part, that truth of me where my body was speaking to me, I started peeling. I started peeling my whole body. It was like really painful.
I would love
And
to. Oh, sorry. I would love to do another one where you tell your story. Maybe we can tell both of our stories because it's so powerful when I heard it.
I think it would be, I mean, we have so much to share. I think
So much.
okay, guys, when I first met Jill, well, we met like in Denver, but when we actually met in person, we went to a restaurant and we sat there for 4 hours. 4 hours. I came back home and my partner was like, where were you? And I was like, I met this goddess. I just love her. We couldn't stop talking. It was like so good, and we had to go because we had somewhere to be. Otherwise, I guarantee you guys, we would have had still been sitting there talking. But there is so much that we wanted to share, and that's part of why we are here in this live today.
Yes. And I want to just like pin something because like I know part of my audience is like witch. Like my mom used to call me witch. Witch means wise woman, and there's ways to use like magic, which we all are, in the light. And that's what Anna's talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then there's ways to use it in manipulation, which is not what we're talking about. So just want to clarify that if anybody's like freaking out, like what she's talking about in Untame Your Bruha is to teach people to actually cultivate their inner power and create their life. This is what you, sorry, go ahead.
No, I love it that you're sharing that, because every time before, now my mom is like, she got used to it. She accepts me as a witch. But before she would be like, "Oh, don't say that." I mean, I'm born and raised Mexican Catholic. So you can only
Yeah.
imagine of like, "Oh, I'm a witch." And she would be like, "Oh no, don't say witches are ugly. Witches." I was like, "No, mom. Witches are powerful." As Jill just said it, as you just said it, we are wise women. We are connected to our intuition, to our self-worth. We're connected to the cycles of the moon. We're connected to the herbs. We speak to the
Yeah.
plants. Like, our elements are our biggest, and that's part of like untaming your bruja. That's what we're gonna like. There is a part of where I teach you the language of the candles, of like how candles are speaking to you, to really connect with the elements, for you to be able to on and being present, because that's what it is about, being in presence to really hone your power. So anyway, but
Yeah.
Jill, I also know you have a retreat coming up in November. And I mean, guys, this retreat, I was going through your website and I saw it.
May. It's in
Oh, it's
May.
in May? It's not in
On
November?
early bird right now to the end of November.
Ah, it's early bird. Okay. Okay. But it's
Yeah.
in May. But still, it's going to be on Salt Spring Island. Did I say it right?
It's on the Sunshine Coast.
Sunshine
So
Coast. Okay.
yeah, I will share about this. I just want to say, Josiah says it was crazy how I met Jill as well. It was so synchronistic. It's insane. I was at the end of my rope, and before I dove into spiritual healing, I unknowingly set the intention that I would not receive healing from anything dark. Well, I've learned mastery and protection against dark forces through my own story and journey. And then Jill and I talked, and I was like, whoa, this feels so right. And I dove in, and he shifted so much. Joe is like, shifted so much. I'm so proud of you. It's been insane. So yes, the retreat.
Congratulations, Joe.
Guys, we can shift so quickly. Like, don't wait on your healing. Don't wait on your transformation. Like, if you wait, you're just literally saying, I'm not worthy of this. So the retreat is freaking life-changing. It is 4 days on the Sunshine Coast in British Columbia. The end of May. It's at a place called Half Moon Bay on Half Moon Haven. This place is so sacred. The retreat center is like so beautiful as well. It's like right on the water. There is a spa, sauna, cold dip, hot tub. We do all of the things like in a beautiful yurt. We do a lot of deep somatic work. It is by far my most transformational offering. I think it's the last year I'm doing it. And it's on early bird right now. The last year for a while, because my soul is calling me. I'm starting a healing school in February, full year-long program. I've taught healing for years, but this is going to be a year-long program. And my soul is just calling me in it's calling me in other directions. So this is probably the last year in a while we'll do this type of retreat, maybe an immersion next year, but like, if you feel the pull to the retreat.
I think Healing Alchemist is feeling the call. It's like BC. You're in Ontario. Just
I'll
come to
send you.
BC.
The link is in my bio, or you can DM me. There's an application, and this is like the application, so I make sure I'll tune into your higher self, make sure it's in alignment with you, because we only want people that it's alignment with there. And like, honestly, I have the best people that come every year. You want to do all the classes. I also have, so there's that like I said, the stories are insane. We've had people manifest 6 figures, like soulmate partnerships, a woman who couldn't get pregnant who now has a baby, huge record deals, 2 people manifested dream houses, a dream car, citizenship in record time ×2, healing like crazy things. Like, it, when I say this place, like, firstly, the place is magical, and the work we do there is so profound. So you can look at the testimonials on the landing page, on the application page. They're all on there in video, so you know it's like real people. And then I also have, at the end of the month from Sedona, a free masterclass called Soul Speaks, Heal from Your Soul. So it's talking about the reflections in our life, how our body's speaking to us, it's not working against us. If you're struggling with pains, ailments, etc., how our finances are speaking to us. The pain, the problem is the portal to your potentials, okay? So I'm going to be explaining this, and integrated shadow work, how we actually access our true innate soul gifts and align to our highest levels of prosperity. So that is in my link in bio. And I also have a membership that has like tens of thousands of dollars worth of courses, trainings, activations, healings. We also meet twice a month. It's 222 a month, which is literally insane. And it's all right offable. So if you feel the call to any of those, I'm happy to guide you as well. If you DM me, I can look at it intuitively and see what would be the best fit. I have private mentorship, but I'm actually full for that right now. So if you want on the wait list for that, you can also DM me. But I don't know when I'm opening spots. So yeah, okay.
I love it. I love it all. And I love that Joe is like, yes, I want all of the classes. Yes, we just sign up into all of the classes. I love it. Yeah. So, well, I gotta hop off really quick here,
Okay.
but thank you so much, Jill, for today. And if any of you are really feeling the call into Untame Your Bruha, if you want to go into the alchemization of your inner witch and really get closer to your own mysticism, this is a portal to come in. And if you go and you want to purchase you can just go DM me Bruja. But when you're cashing out, there is a code Magik. And Magik is the code that you're going to put in, and there is a special discount for you of 20% off, which is crazy that I have it. So, Jill,
Yes.
I love you so much. It was so good to connect with you through here, and I can wait to connect again.
Likewise. Okay, babe, also send me your links because I'm gonna pop this on the podcast in a few weeks as well so people can find you. And then yes, let's do this again. I love you so much. For everybody, I do gotta hop, so I'm not gonna put in the show notes right now all the things, but I will do that later. I'll come back to the replay and put all our information in there. But for right now, follow wait, Ana Luisa, what's your IG link?
Ana Luisa Alchemy.
Ana Luisa Alchemy, or you can just click it, it'll be on it. And then at Jill Alana Nixon is mine. Okay,
Yes.
I love you so much. I'll put all the things up later. This will be saved for you guys to come re-listen. You're very welcome, Joe, for the free transmission.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody that connected. Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Sacred Soul. I hope you loved that episode. And if you did, I would so appreciate if you could share and tag me on the social medias at Jill Alana Nixon. And if this brought you value, I would be eternally grateful if you could leave a 5-star review. And if you did, take a picture and email it to teamjillalananixon@gmail.com, and we will gift you a free cord cutting soul revival mini activation, a Jai activation. Put that in the show notes, the email, and thank you so much. We will see you again next week on the Prosperity Portal podcast.